episode is brought to you by PTZ Optics. Disability Upgrade. New Wave Toys and their Replicate Amusements products. GG Retrobox.
Liar!
Get 3 to 5 games from your favorite series, consoles, and game genres delivered to your doorstep every month with GG Retrobox, the ultimate retro gaming subscription box for video game enthusiasts. Use code GRS15 at checkout to get 15% off your first box. And
Boom shakalaka! Hey everybody, it's Tim Kitzer here, the voice of some of your favorite video games like NBA Jam and NFL Blitz. And I'm here to talk to you about Old School Gamer Magazine. It's the magazine for retro gaming, and it's exploding. Kaboom! Print issues come out every other month, and if you want to go green, digital options are available. Visit oldschoolgamer.com and subscribe now. That's oldschoolgamer.com. Boom shakalaka! Kaboom! Liar!
You know, first of all, happy Friday, everyone. And, you know, I knew this was going to be the case. That's why I put in my thumbnail. Is she? Because she announced earlier today that she, of course, is not. No, I'm not retiring. She's using all of you to simply get views, get her back in the mainstream. She is the deviless herself. She's down there right now, burning an eternal flame, destroying the entire franchise. But for right now, welcome, everyone. Welcome to Kicking It Old School, where we'll kick it old school on talking trash on Kathleen Kennedy and some other things too. But, you know, that was the primary thing about today. But first, we welcome everyone here in the chat who, you know, happen to see my little tirade here with all of these little... I got to put this one back up here again. Hold on one second. I got to go down and get it. Way to go, way to go. Do think I passed it. Oh, there it is. This for you, Kathleen Kennedy.
Liar!
Even Anakin knows you're a liar. You are a liar and a cheat and a swindler and destroyer of franchises. Star Wars and Indiana Jones being the two big ones you completely annihilated along your way of making woke your message. But hold on, everyone. We go into the chat here, and a good welcome to everyone here who's joining me here on Friday. And let me tell you, what a week. Ooh, boy, what a week. There are some things we could talk about, but it was definitely a rough week. So, of course, we have that pinned up there, Goofyfoot's message. If a franchise could contract an incurable disease, it'd be herpes, thanks to Kathleen Kennedy. And that's hysterical. So welcome, Goofyfoot. Of course, we have our resident Jason AI, who is also a moderator of mine and about 4 billion other worlds in this galaxy's YouTube channels. Is good old Jason. Of course, you have other Jason here who's saying, you know, he's ready to see Kathleen Kennedy retire, but she's not. She lied again. She ain't going anywhere. We have Green Sammy here. Thank God it's Friday. Video Game Vegas. We have Meatball Saucy here. We have Stephen M here. We have Ben Bauer here. Welcome. We have our Australian I always mess this up. Contraption. I'm tongue-tied already. I need more margarita mix. Sorry about that. Australian contraption. Like, really bad pronouncing things. Worse so tonight. J-Rod is here. The Cornicade is here. What's happening here? What's happening here? I'll tell you what's happening here. Kathleen Kennedy is a liar.
Liar!
And that's primarily what we're going to be talking about tonight. We have Bill's Retro Gaming Show here. Who else we got here tonight? Jeff D is here, of course. Prince Malcolm is here. Welcome, Prince Malcolm. MSU Rich is here. Pliskin's Run, who apparently didn't know that Kathleen Kennedy is an out-and-out
liar!
He didn't realize she's not retiring. She's going to stay, make her Rey Palpatine movie, who she's going to save the whole Jedi Order when we all know it was Luke. Once again, to you, Kathleen Kennedy. JLS Gaming is here. Welcome, JLS, of course. Dr. Torque is here. Saved by Zero is here as well. Upgus is here. Upgus, right here, buddy. We need some of this tonight. Kathleen Kennedy's not going anywhere. She's staying like a leech or herpes. Sure. Got it tonight. I think we got everyone here. Oh, P-Dubs Arcade Loft is here. I got a little P-Dubs here. Don't forget to watch Super Gamer Dudes later on tonight at 9. Right here on the same station. It just happens to be YouTube. Brooklyn Menace is here. All right, Brooklyn, we got to hook up and get some VR golf going on here, man. I got to get See how bad I am with someone else playing against me. ELO is here as well. James hates everything. James, you know what I hate? I hate Kathleen Kennedy because you know why? She's a liar. Damn right, Anakin. She's a liar. PB&J is here as well. I think we got everyone here. Paul Barris is here. Michael B, the Game Genie, is here as well. I know he's going to see my tirade on Kathleen Kennedy and Star Wars tonight, I'm sure. I think we got everyone. So we're going to get started. Oh, my cock hurts. Got to gear. My cock hurts. I hate when that happens. Of course, that's because of Kathleen Kennedy, because she's a herpy. Liar! And a liar. All right. Gallagher Guy 88. So I think we're all caught up here with people in the chat. So, you know, I knew Doug, my good old friend Cool Toy, Doug, he sent earlier in the week, he sent this post about Kathleen Kennedy saying she's going to retire at the end of this year. And I said, Doug, man, don't tease me. Don't tease me. I know it's not going to be true. And of course, it was picked up all over everywhere that Kathleen Kennedy, this genius producer who's did nothing but destroy pretty much undestroyable IPs, well, she's not retiring. She's not retiring. And I hear she's doing it out of spite. I hear it was leaked too early. You know, she wanted to have her bells and whistles, you know, done the proper way. But since it got leaked that she's going to retire, she's going to be spiteful and, well, stick around. So, yay, keep driving Disney into the ground. Yay, keep driving Lucas in the ground. Yay, keeping Star Wars completely obliterated. And I'll be honest, you know, I've talked about it a number of times before. Yes, Kathleen Kennedy Rage, right? Maple Saucy is going into infinity and beyond. Absolutely. Because this one woman has taken a multi-billion-dollar franchise, not only with movies, but also with, you know, selling items. I mean, I wasn't a big Star Wars collector. My previous co-host, Steven, was, and destroyed that too. There's toys sitting on the shelves for all these other non-movies that I won't even talk about. But you can see right here, I do have in the lower right-hand corner, all the trailers from the original films. And unfortunately, even the original, I put the original trilogy in there just because she destroyed the entire collective of the movies. Now, I still enjoy episode 4, 5, and 6, and I tolerate 1, 2, and 3, you know, comparably to what she released. But to me, episodes 4, 5, and 6 will always be the pinnacle of Star Wars, and I will include Rogue One in there a little bit. It wasn't a perfect match, but it was decent enough. But she still single-handedly ruined an entire franchise. And then she did the same thing to Indiana Jones. Now, Harrison Ford, I guess he's become a money whore because he'll do anything now for money, no matter how bad the script is. That's a little sad. But that's why all the original movies, episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then the abomination of 7, 8, and 9 is on flames with her down there with her chest exposed. That's making me want to vomit over there. But you can see above her, there are 2 fan-made things that were done on the internet. One was Vader Episode 1, Shards of the Past, which is done by Star Wars Theory. And I can't wait for Episode 2. There's links down below in the video description. Fantastic episode. He's going to go, I don't want to spoil the next film, but he's doing that too. He's spending millions of dollars on it. And then, of course, we have the fan-made SC-38, which is just a re-image of episodes 4, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Vader. Now, those 2 YouTubers, fans, have made something so much better than what's coming out of Lucas and Disney these days. And it's sickening. It's sickening. Especially, I didn't say how I'm going to watch it. I'm not saying I paid for it. But I saw Captain America, New Age, or what the frig ever. What a boring piece of shit movie that was. I couldn't even stomach that either. Completely horrible. So Marvel's falling off the bandwagon. Now she's not directly involved with Marvel per se, but her culture, what she's been bringing to the table for the past 10, 15 years, is what's been ruining all these movies. And apparently, the star, what's his name? Is Wrigley? What the hell? Whoever plays Rey. I can't even think of her name because that's how much I don't like her. Not as a person, but as an actress. Apparently she did a movie called like Window Cleaner, where it's like a Die Hard ripoff, which is outside cleaning windows and they're like blowing up a building. I don't know. It's just like, it's on Netflix. And it just makes me, my stomach churn. I got a super chat right here from Prince Malcolm, $1.99 super chat. Goes to the form of Kathleen Kennedy. Hell's yes. And you know what? Here's some of this for her, too. Does it come up? Oh, here it comes. Even Stormtroopers. Do not even like this woman. But we're going to give you a good super chat, my friend. Let's find where it is. Right here. Boom.
For the last time.
But the sad part is, she's not going anywhere. She's still saying, Prince Malcolm, thanks for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. But it just drives me up a wall because when you wait all these years for these movies to come out, and now I'm going to admit, I was more of a Trekkie, but I absolutely love Star Wars, especially episode 4 and 5. Jedi was a little weak with the Ewoks in there, but it would have been better if they kept it with Wookiees. But in any case, there was still so much better than episode 1, which was pretty bad, episode 2, which wasn't as bad, and episode 3, again, it was just slow pacing, horrible dialogue, and that was direction on those. But when episode 7, 8, 9 came out, it made 1, 2, and 3 look fucking amazing. I mean, it just went, wow, great. Because, I've watched the original trilogy, I've said it a million times, thousands of times I've watched 4, 5, and 6. And I've watched maybe 30, 40 times, episodes 1, 2, and 3, maybe 30, 40, that's pushing it. But 7, 8, 9, 1, 1, 1 in each. And will never, ever watch again. They suckered me once. Episode 7 wasn't so bad, only because it was a ripoff of A New Hope. You kind of went in there not realizing you're being raped. You're being ass raped in this movie. And then you leave the theater feeling a little sore, and you realize you paid to watch A New Hope all over again. We did get a couple super chats here. Let me pull these things up real quick. Got to kind of catch up here. We have Hobby Hands with a $2 super chat. The Acolyte action figures are on clearance. And they all are. They can't sell those toys for saving their lives. They couldn't save anything for that. But you also get a VADER super chat, my friend. I'm sorry it's the same one, but hey, she failed us all.
You have failed me for the last time.
Well, we will give you some tank shooting at Kathleen Kennedy. How about that? Of course, the angle's not right, but you know what I mean. It was for Kathleen Kennedy. It wasn't for anyone else other than that. And we also got a Goofy Foot that looks like super chat over here. Just let the hate flow. Yes! Let the hate flow through. Oh, hold on a second. Maybe I can fix this over here. Hold on. Let's do it right. Let's do it the right way. If I can find that where it is. Let's see here. Let's do it the right way.
Yes, let the hate flow through you. Embrace the hate. Feel the power of the Kathleen Kennedy.
Hope that came out okay. So yes, I'm like the hate is definitely flowing through me tonight, and we'll give you. Let's see who we can give you here, shooting at some Kathleen Kennedy. How about some AT&T action over here? Boom. All right, the hate is flowing through me for sure tonight. It was a effed up week this week, really bad week, and she just put the icing on the cake. So when we talk about James hates everything, he's got a super chat here. James hates everything. Right now, tonight, Glenn hates and always has hated and forever will hate the Kathleen Kennedy and the Lucasfilm that she has created. And Disney, what they've created, trash. There's not a super chat. This is not the super chat you're looking for. You know what? It is. And do I have anything here? How about another Stormtrooper shooting? Let's say, boom. Give us some Stormtrooper shooting. Oh, good headshots. Nice. But it's just really sickening to me. And yeah, how she hasn't been fired. Well, I know why she was not fired. She's the first female, producer, CEO at Lucasfilm, Disney. But you know what? That shouldn't matter. Either you make good stuff or you don't. I don't care if the Fig Newton at the presidency of Lucasfilm or an onion ring at Disney. I could care less. Make what you used to make. Make a good story. Don't just throw stuff in there or destroy Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie, all the old characters, R2-D2. Don't destroy the old characters to make your weak characters better. And I know I've talked about this. I've been doing this for years to talk about it. But you know what? It really irks me when she again, she did not officially say she was retiring. It got leaked. Okay, it got leaked. So I think we got to find the guy who leaked it and lynch that stupid ass, because it's because of him get picked up everywhere else. And that's just like, oh no, I'm not going out the way I want to go out. So I'm going to not retire. I'm going to extend it maybe to like February, March of next year, which is, again, not horrible if that's true. But I feel like Charlie Brown running for the football and Lucy's just pulling that football out from under me. I'm not that stupid, Kathleen Kennedy. I'm not falling for it. And I knew Doug, when Doug was dangling that little Kathleen Kennedy carrot at my nose as she was leaving, I knew it wasn't going to be true. And it only took a couple days for it to be not true. John J. here. 343 should give Halo back to Bungie for free. Disney should give back to Lucas Star Wars. But the thing is, even if Disney gave it back to Lucas, Kathleen Kennedy's still there. So I appreciate that, but it's not going to make a difference. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest. For me, right now, the past few years, I learned a lot, both on a personal, on a relationship, and on a, I guess, movie level. Okay, I learned a lot. You know, I've always tried to be someone who always tried to do the right thing. I always tried to be someone who tried to always make other people happy, and I still do that. But I'm more selective now with how I do that and who gets that. Because there are people out there that will definitely F you over, or people over there, whether they think they are or not, whether it's on a relationship level or on a work level or on a friendship level. People have their own agendas. That's just life, right? So I learned a lot. So I appreciate that, because I definitely learned a lot from those things. And that's going to make me a better person going forward, because I'm not going to be a doormat, right? But back to what I was saying a second ago, which you're like, Glenn, what are you rambling on about now? Is that for me, Star Wars and even Star Trek and a few other IPs are truly dead to me. I will watch the old stuff. I will not embrace even Star Trek. When Star Trek came out with STD, I mean, Jesus, come on. Star Trek, Discovery, STD. Star Trek was dead for me. Actually, the Kelvin timeline was dead to me when I saw how Kirk was being treated even by like Uhura and Sulu. They would never in the classic series have done that to Kirk. Kirk was the man, and they treated him like he's a joke. So the Kelvin timeline Star Trek and the TV series of Star Trek, anything after Enterprise, dead to me. Star Wars, I'll take Rogue One. It's borderline for me. And, you know, The Mandalorian season 1 and 2 weren't bad. But for the most part, you're going to have to do something pretty effing amazing to win me back, to spend one dime on a movie or a TV show or anything related to Star Trek, Star Wars, or even, to be honest, Doctor Who. All these shows, which are pretty much shows that were indestructible. They've been on 30, 40, 50 years, never lost their fan base. Now, not only you lost your fan base, they're gone. Good luck trying to get them back. Now, there was a book, and if you can get the audiobook of it, it's great too. It's called Dark Lord, The Rise of Darth Vader. Now, it always amazed me they didn't take that as one of their movies. You know, they're doing Solo, a Star Wars story. There should have been Vader, a Star Wars story. That's what we want to see. We want to see Vader going ape shit, killing Jedi, killing everyone, starting up the Empire. And they're not giving us that. They're giving us Rey, Wonder Rey, who, again, I have nothing against her personally, but the story arc, the character, all those characters were so unbelievably bad. You know, I say, here's the thing. I'm sorry, I see Dr. Torque here. He likes Strange New Worlds. I won't even give it a try. That's the problem now. I won't even give it a try because of the shit they've already pulled with the other things. I just cannot give it a try. Now, I understand the scenery's got to be different, but really, on the bridge, there's Khan Lunin Singh's great-granddaughter. Jeez, you got to be kidding me. I just can't. I cannot buy into that type of stupid pandering on a show like Star Trek. Star Trek, it was a great show. When Kirk had it, it was more of an action science show. And then with Next Generation, it was more of a cerebral show, but it was still very good. And then you had Deep Space Nine, of course, they ripped up Babylon 5. It's so well known they stole Babylon 5's thing, but it was still a great show. I enjoyed the Dominion War and all that stuff. And then you came out with Voyager. Again, Voyager was a little different, but still enjoy it. 24th Century was okay. Some Borg, some 7 of 9. I mean, come on, 7 of 9. I'm into it. And Enterprise, just as that was getting its groove on, they cancel it. And they gave the worst last episode I've ever seen in my life. So I understand some people might like it. I just will not even give it a try. I am just been burned too many times by these studios who are basically don't even know the lore. That's what gets me more. They have these writers and producers. Oh, I never watched it before, but I'm going to write a script and I'm going to subvert expectations. Hell's no. You're not subverting my expectation. You simply ruin the IP. You ruin the legacy characters. And, I'm not buying into these shows or these studios anymore. Even Disney. I can't remember the last movie I actually liked. I like their animated stuff. I like Atlantis, Finding Nemo, Wreck-It Ralph. The second Wreck-It Ralph was horrible. It was horrible. I was falling asleep. Horrible. The new one's pretty much coming out now. Moana 2 just came out? That wasn't so bad. I mean, it was not great, but it wasn't bad. But I can't say anything I can say, wow, I really enjoyed it. Bolt. Loved Bolt. But I can't say anything other than coming out of Disney that I would even watch or care to watch. The last Planet of the Apes, Disney owns 20th Century Fox, so they own Alien and they own Planet of the Apes. But it was all right. It was really long and drug out longer than it needed to be. It was almost it was long, didn't need to be, wasn't bad. Again, wasn't great. I want to go back to the times where we actually had movies we enjoyed, like a Die Hard. I can watch Die Hard to this day and enjoy it. Flash Gordon, I can watch this day, enjoy it. The Black Hole, Last Starfighter, all those movies I can watch over and over again, like I'm a kid again, and enjoy from start to finish. These other movies are one time, maybe, just because I'm like, I heard it's so bad, how bad can it be? And I'm pleasantly surprised they're bad as I can imagine. And it's just really, really a thing. That would be helpful. That would be helpful. But that's just my thing now. I've gotten to a point in my life now where the people who I have around, they want to be around me. I'm going to be around them. And I'm thankful for the people who want to be around me, like you guys all here. I'm thankful for that. But I'm not going to cater anymore to people who are, I don't want to say two-faced, because they're not really two-faced, but just people who have their own agendas, their own things, and they won't take anything else into consideration other than their own way of thinking. And it's sad because it does affect me as a person, but yeah, we all have to grow up. And I think at my age now, I'm moving forward, and I'm moving forward from Star Wars. I'm moving forward from Star Trek. In fact, I was this whole week when I was coming home, I put on the original 1979 Battlestar Galactica. Great series. A series they canceled. It came out in 1978. Only got 1 year. And it was a really good series. I was watching also, I put on some Automan, which, okay, it didn't age very well. It didn't. But I can at least enjoy it for what it was, right? You can go back and watch these old films and watch them and enjoy them. I know a lot of people like the newer Wonder Woman. She's great, whatever her name is, the actress. I didn't. It was okay. Give me Linda Carter Wonder Woman any day of the week. It was cheesy. I know, I get that. Just like the cheesy Batman back then. But it was of its era. If you could put your mind in a time frame of when they made the TV show or the series or the music, you can enjoy it at that level. The problem is, in 10, 15, 20 years, I can't go back to episode 7, 8, 9 and put myself into this era and enjoy it, because I won't. Because the entire writing, the entire way the movie's made, the entire way they did everything is just so bad. I see something here for Dune. I've heard some people say the new Dune was pretty good. I've heard other people say it was pretty lame. So I'm just, again, I just don't want to invest time in that. I'm finding myself with Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century. And James hates everything. I was watching Buck Rogers in the 25th century. And I will say, you have those goggles on, and it didn't age well either. When you put yourself back in the time frame, it still wasn't great. but there's some pretty women in there, right? So that's kind of we watch it for laser fights and the pretty women. It was like the Knight Rider of its era, Buck Rogers in the 25th century. But I can still enjoy it, at least the first season, for the time frame it had come out. I've been watching also Street Hawk. You know what that is? It was basically Knight Rider on a motorcycle, kind of. And, I enjoying that. Good soundtrack, and at least the acting was halfway decent most of the time. But it's just like what kills me is when you watch these new movies and they tank and they blame us. Men. I'm saying they're blaming men because we don't like a woman in power. We don't like, first of all, I have no problem with strong women whatsoever. Sigourney Weaver as Ripley, hell yeah, man. Not going to mess with her. There's a lot of strong women. Ahsoka, at least in the Clone Wars series, badass. Enjoy her. There's a lot of strong women that I have no problem following. But that's the thing. They were their own character, right? They brought them in. They didn't bring in like Rey to simply demasculate Han and Luke and everything and make herself instantly great at everything. I mean, what did she do wrong? Nothing. And then she's a Palpatine and even stole his name at the end. She's a effing Palpatine, which is the exact opposite of a Skywalker. It's like, no way. And you basically raped the Skywalker name at the end of the movie, Kathleen Kennedy. That's what you do? No. Absolutely, Jason. So it's not a problem with a strong woman character. And also in Aliens. I forgot her name in Aliens, the woman. If you guys remember her name. Badass, man. I would want her in my platoon for sure. Lovez or something like that. I don't know. But Aliens, another badass character from there. A-Team was good too. I mean, it was a fun action film. Vasquez. There we go. Vasquez. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it. Gallagher Guy 88's got a super chat. But Glenn, the Force is female, and that's what pisses me off too. Okay, the whole thing with Star Wars was that it was for everybody. You could have been 5 years old, 95 years old. You could have been a little girl. You could have been a grandma. It didn't matter. The whole point of Star Wars was anyone and everyone was inclusive. What that one line from Kennedy, the Force is female, immediately alienated the majority of the fans. Because let's be honest, I'm not going to say there's no women who like Star Wars. I know that Emma and a few other people that I know enjoy Star Wars. They love Star Wars. So there's definitely females that do that. But do you have to do that again? Like with Luke, demasculate the men who like it? Force is female? Can't you say the Force is the Force? And it come in with everyone? Super chat for you. Hold on. Let me pull up one for you, my friend. If I can find it now. Where are we? First of all, one more of these. She's a liar! So, yeah. So that was pretty stupid marketing, in my opinion, with that. And definitely was a turnoff for me. Again, not that it's anything against women. I have no problem with it. Women can learn karate and kick my ass. Actually, a woman doesn't need karate to kick my ass. They can kick my ass anyway. But that's not the point. The point is they're specifically putting things in there to demasculate, emasculate males in the franchise that was their franchise. Make your own. You could have made an Ahsoka series just about her. I would have loved it. You didn't have to go into these series and ruin what they were there. Hey, Glenn, Kathleen Kennedy's on fire. She is so not hot. Very not. She's just burning in hell for what she's doing here. Ahsoka is a great character. The animation follows the storyline through the entire Walker saga and beyond. She transcends the Jedi and the Sith. Right. A great character. Now, when Ahsoka first came on, in the very first movie, I hated her guts. I thought she was the most annoying character. But that was her story arc. Annoying child. And she became one of the best characters in Star Wars. She's right up there with Vader, Luke, Han, Leia, Ahsoka. To me, they're all there. Now, the new series they did, the live action, I did like her in Rebels, Star Wars Rebels. I thought that was a great series, animated or not. I really enjoyed that one. But again, now the thing with, like I was talking about before, with doing this movie on the book Dark Lord, The Rise of Darth Vader, that's what we want to see, not the stupid movie we saw with Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, which they totally jacked that one up. You have a 6-year-old Leia outrunning 4 grown men, right? Just running. I can catch a 10-year-old legally. But in any case, that was annoying enough. So he wasn't supposed to meet Leia back then, but he met her. And then the fact that Darth Vader met Obi-Wan a few times on the other side of fire because he's drugged to the fire and killed him, didn't. But at the end, they stole the Ahsoka, cut the mask. That came from Ahsoka. Or actually, it came from, my God, Rebels. It came from Rebels. Okay, that was a beautifully heart-wrenching scene when that happened. And you stole it and belittled it in Obi-Wan. And then when he got buried, the right way to end that was for Vader to think that he was dead there. That's the way it should have ended. He's under the rocks. Obi-Wan does get out and just escape. But Vader thinks he killed him under those rocks. That's how it should have ended. It should have ended with him walking away. Bye, Darth. What the fuck was that? Bye, Darth? That's the type of writing we're talking about here. We're at the bottom of the hour already, and I'm still ranting on just Kathleen Kennedy. And I do apologize for that. And she was very annoying as snips. Absolutely. But I'm not meaning to rant or belittle other movies and stuff like that. I think just again over this past year and a half, I've said so many things happened to me personally where I'm learning to do new priorities and not to tolerate things that I would have tolerated before. And I'm realizing just because I can't tolerate something, it's not a bad thing. We all have things in our lives that we won't tolerate, right? We all have something that we say, you know what? I'm not going to tolerate that behavior. Nope, I'm not going to tolerate that happening. Nope, I'm not going to tolerate this type of movies or scripts. And that's where I think, at this point, especially with Lucasfilm and Star Wars and Star Trek and Indiana Jones and Doctor Who, they're done. And there's really nothing coming out on television, modern TV, that I want to see. A couple of cases in point. Cobra Kai. I enjoyed Cobra Kai. Yeah, it did have its moments. But overall, I thought Cobra Kai, if you haven't seen it or watched it, I highly rate you guys go see that movie. Invincible is on Amazon. I enjoy it. The Boys. I enjoy it. So there's definitely some out there that are doing it. But these large, big IPs are going down the tanker. How do I feel? So seriously, how do I feel about Kathleen Kennedy? I'll tell you right. Actually, I'm going to let Anakin answer that for you.
Liar!
She is a liar. She's a liar and a cheat and a destroyer of a multi-billion dollar franchise. Multi-billion-dollar franchise. And actually, 720 Eric, Kathleen is apparently taking over One Up as CEO. And those two are right there. They're right there. You have RK One Up. I saw, I know that P-Dubs had posted, I didn't watch the entire video, but I know P-Dubs had posted a video about Arcade One Up, stealing a riser design. Now, I didn't see the whole thing. I don't know the whole story behind it, but people have been saying that Arcade One Up stole someone's design. I am not shocked in any way, shape, or form that Arcade One Up, who everyone tells me, oh, they changed, Glenn. They got a whole new people there. They changed. They stole my joystick design for the Tron cabinet. Now it's supposed it's under all new people, and now they stole a riser design. So for people telling me that Arcade One Up has changed, there's new people, that Arcade One Up has changed, Glenn, it's not the same company. Bullshit. Same company. You can't take the crap out of the company. The company's got to go. That's why they're now Arcade Done Up, and they are done up. It's sad. It's sad because they really did own the home arcade market. They did. They stole it from me. I washed my hands with those guys. I tried helping them out. They came after me in multiple ways. Hopefully, the rest of the world is finally seeing Arcade One Up for what they are. They're nothing but a shiny, crappy company that will steal and step on anyone as long as they get what they want, no matter who they take it from. Even the small guy who's doing something, making a couple bucks here on the side, they steal from them as well. Hobby Hands, you might have been right. It could have been Al Gore. Video Game Vegas. Maybe I'll segue into this for a second. Arcade One Up who? FU for life. So, today is the last day of February. And I had said for a while now that we would launch our Kickstarter before the end of February. And, well, we're not, but I'm going to show you something because we have a couple things we're still trying to fix up. But I'm going to show you guys something. So you guys who watch my show and have tolerated my Kathleen Kennedy rant with all of her liar that she says, I'm going to give you guys a little treat. So we are very close to launching the Kickstarter, very close. But again, I don't want to launch something to launch it. I want it to be right when we launch it. I think that's only fair to all of you who want to back it, right? So let me show you something right over here. I'm going to give you guys a little treat. If I can pull this up, hopefully. Got to find it now. So here is the Kickstarter. It is not live yet. It is not live yet, but you can see we are very close to launching the Build-A-Cade, the revolution in arcade gaming, Unleash the Arcade35 Viper Venom with integrated arcade OS, auto-rotating display, and precision controls. FU! One and all. So this will be, I'm not saying it's going to be a couple days or a week, but I'm letting you guys know we're very close to launching the Kickstarter. I just wanted to show you guys that it is here. And you get some information here. You can probably get the video and do freeze frames and see some things in here. So we got some of the dimensions here. We'll get, again, when people are doing artwork, stuff like that, we'll make sure we get them all the proper dimensions of everything on the unit. But we want to make sure everything is absolutely right. We're not going to be like what Arcade 1-Up has done, release something and have issues or problems. We're not going to do that. So we're just making sure everything is really tested, everything's going the proper way. And we will launch the FU, and the FU is going to be the biggest, the baddest, the best home arcade or arcade you can purchase with your hard-earned money. And that's the big difference between what I'm doing and what Arcade 1-Up and other people do. I know how hard it is to work for your money. I'm not a big multi-million-dollar company. I'm a guy who works a job, single dad, since I've been 40. I'm 50, almost 56. Oh, my God. I'm 56. I've been paying the mortgage, working 60, 70 hours a week at my job, raising my son, and doing this for the community. So I know how hard it is to work for your money. And I want you guys to get the most value for your dollar. And I'm going to give you, matter of fact, I'm going to give you more than your dollar's worth. When you guys see this machine and play it and use it and feel the controls, and whether you do the Unicode 26-inch screen manual rotating or the 19-inch electronically rotating, which is still the one I want. I want the powered rotating screen. You will not find, you will not use, your friends will not be able to not talk about how good this machine is going to be. I'm not talking up to talk it up. I believe it. If you guys have purchased my other controllers, you know what I do on the small scales. I am not cheaping out on the big scale. This thing's going to have every bell, every whistle that you guys are going to want. You're going to have the best performance that you're ever going to need. You're going to have the best controllers that are hot swappable. You're going to have a spot to store them inside the machine. You can put it in a real PC. You can stream Steam. You can play 4K movies on this. You can have great audio coming out of this. You can change the marquees on this and put, you know, anything you want to have done to this machine. Also make it a Glintendo. Add the hood. And this is, you know, I want to kind of do this too. I want the Glintendo hood with my 19-inch rotating screen. I want to get some great artwork on this machine. Although, I have to admit, it does look really nice in the black. So it's going to be, may have to buy two myself. I don't know. But this machine is going to be, basically, I can't even put in the same word as Arcade 1-Up or anyone else. It is going to be better than anything else on the market and affordable. That's the big thing. It's going to be affordable. And I can't wait till you guys start getting these in your hands and trying this out. So again, the Kickstarter is not live today. I know I promised for the end of the month, but we want to make sure it's done right. So if I got to delay it a smidgen, I think it's better to do that and go that way. So that is just a little something at the bottom of the hour to talk about and get off Kathleen Kennedy rant for a minute. And just show you guys, this bad boy will be relatively soon. Just keep your eye on my channel. I'll be announcing the, when the Kickstarter is live on my channel, the T-Sticks website, and of course the Facebook group, the Build-A-Cade FU fan page there, and probably also on X, on all those. So we'll have plenty of ways to put it out there. But I want to make sure you guys don't miss it. And it'll be running, I think, for 60 days. So it's not like you guys won't have time to do this. I think it's 60 days. And, we're looking for, honestly, if we sold 500 units, I'll be happy. I think we could do more than that. I think we could do a lot more. But I'm saying that's just kind of what, if I hit 500 units, I'd be happy. If that's all people wanted, 499, I'd be happy. Because I'd made 499 people ecstatic. And it's only going to be more valuable when people wish they got it and have to buy it from them. But I honestly think once the word gets out and people start seeing this, I think we'll sell thousands of these. If you want a home arcade machine in your house, the GRS FU is what you're going to want to have. It's going to be the fastest, best built, all kinds of controllers. It has the best operating system, Arcade OS, which will always add new features to, especially with the new Viper Venom, which is the Arcade 3588. It is so much more powerful than the normal Viper, which again, the normal Viper has its place. It's designed for the Build-A-Cade 1/6 scale and used for other side projects. And if you guys saw on the Retro Show last night, I think it showed off the Viper. It's going to be available soon that we can connect to the X-Arcade VR. So I'll be announcing that soon as well once I get my unit to show that one off. But I want to show us real quick. So the Build-A-Cade FU, the Revolution Arcade Gaming, using the Arcade 3588 Viper Venom, integrated Arcade OS, the best gosh darn home arcade machine I'm putting on the planet. No one's going to build a better machine, especially nowhere near my price. So if you guys want the best value, the GRS FU is where it's going to be at. There we go. I've been ranting for about, 42 minutes. Maybe I should look at the chat a little bit and get a drink. Glenn, you have me sold. It's going to be an expensive summer, and will be. But I'm going to make sure, again, every dime you're putting into this, I'm giving you more money back in the quality of the unit. It's a shame. It is a shame you can't get CRTs anymore. I mean, don't think I didn't look at that. There's like 2 manufacturers in the world, and to be honest, the price is not something we could do in this. Maybe in the Build-A-Cade FU2, maybe version 2, or maybe do it later on down the road. But honestly, as good as CRTs are for the older games, there's a lot of problems with them as well. You get a lot of heat, a lot of weight, can be damaged in shipping. So if you think shipping is expensive now, ship a CRT, by a carrier and make sure it doesn't get ruined. You have that there. And maintenance. I mean, with LCDs, you have a much easier way, especially in the modern age, to do it. I would absolutely love for someone to keep manufacturing inexpensive, high quality, 19-inch, 26-inch CRT module. I absolutely would. And I'm not saying it's off the table, but I'm saying it's really not going to be anywhere close to a price point where I want these machines to come out. I want these machines to be affordable for you guys. I want these things, when they come to your house, you're like, holy shit, how did Glenn do this? How did Glenn and T-Sticks do this for this money when Arcade 1UP and these other companies are charging this much for this much quality? Well, I'm going to give you, I can't be on the screen, this much quality for that much money. It's just no comparison. It's not going to be any comparison. Jim, it is not live yet. I'm just showing it off. I was hoping it was going to be live today, but I just wanted to show you guys we're very close. Stay tuned. It could go live tomorrow, 2 days, a week. We're very close. You want to just make sure everything is right before we actually launch the Kickstarter. We got a $2 super chat from Video Game Vegas. FU Arcade 1UP at Kathleen Kennedy. Rotate this!
You have failed me for the last time.
Liar!
Never can say liar enough. Thanks, Video Game Vegas. Appreciate the $2 super chat. And you know what? Seriously, FU Arcade went up. I agree. And FU, Kathleen Kennedy. You both should get an arcade from GRS in your place and see what a real machine looks like. Well, maybe that arcade went up. They'll just steal everything. That's kind of what they do, especially for me. So maybe Arcade One Up shouldn't get one. I'll have to make sure I check all the shipping labels and make sure nothing's going to their locations. Glenn, any way to run a small PC in FU? Absolutely. The FU is designed for custom ability. On the back of the unit, we have a whole bay for a small or even a full-size computer with multiple graphics cards. There's plenty of room in the back, and you can plug that in. So the answer is yes. The FU has you covered. You can use the Viper Venom. You can use your own PC. You can put a JAMA board in it. Whatever you guys want to do, you can do it. But yes, out of the box, you could throw a PC in there. Absolutely. Stephen M., which is Cal L64. Glenn's Red Show. Will you eventually offer a service, perhaps in collaboration with third party elsewhere, so where someone can order an FU cab and pre-apply the artwork? Well, I will say again, we'll be announcing more partners and things when the Kickstarter goes on, but maybe. So the answer is always maybe, especially when it comes to things like that, because I'm always willing to work with other people. I'm always willing to make things easier for you guys. So the answer is sure. I don't know how it would work out yet or who's going to do it, but it is something that we have talked about with the vinyl and acrylic side people, all the people we're working on it in that respect. I want my Kathleen Kennedy autograph on my FU. If they all came by my house, you know what? Maybe I can sign some cards. Make some like I remember when Zhang sold his gold cabinets. I got the very first one, so I have number 1 serial number. It's a gold plate with a signature on it. Maybe I could do something along that for maybe the first 100 units, because we're gonna also have to try and do some type of like goals, right? Stretch goals. So we'll try and see what we can do even with that. I want you guys to really get a lot of value out of this. I want you guys to have fun. I want it to be like Christmas. It won't be Christmas, but I want you guys to have that when you were a kid, Christmas morning, when it comes and arrives at your house and you, like Legos, you put it together and you fire up the first time. I want you to be just blown away. I want you to be blown away. I want you to play these great games. I want you all to make it your own and start sharing what you did to your FU to make it your own, whether it be just artwork or you made your own control deck or you added some topper to it, whatever. I can't wait to see what you guys are going to do and build on the GRS ecosystem. And again, that's what I'm doing here. We have the controls. We have the standard Viper. We have the Build-A-Cade 1/6 scale. We have a couple other consoles still coming out. That'll be coming out in hopefully 2025. And we have the full-size unit. So I'm not just doing one thing now. I'm going to hit all those areas. Now, will some people do it better? Sure. If we have a company focusing on, like great examples, New Wave Toys. New Wave Toys focuses on that 1/6 scale. They do beautiful work, and I would never take anything away from them. And they're a partner as well. But if you want an arcade accurate machine or a little pinball machine or a coin machine or a Coke machine, New Wave Toys is the place to go. They do great. Shiloh and me are a lot alike. We want to make things the best we can make them. And a good value. Like Shiloh puts a lot of care, a lot of things in there to make it work. And then if you want to go a little bit bigger than that, you have Numbskull. And I don't have all of them. I wish they did, but I do have the Pac-Man and the Space Invaders Part 2. And I love those two machines. Looks like we have another super chat here from Kevin Clausen. Can't wait to see your ass, sexy man. Maybe on the back of the FU, maybe I could have a picture of my ass on the back of the machine. What do you think? What do you think of that? What do you think of that? We're going to give you some tank fire for that one. Bye, Kathleen Kennedy. Take some of that. Take some of that. Thank you so much, Kevin Clausen, for the $2 super chat. And I do have some people double FU email for multiple purchases. And Bobby, it's funny. It's a multi-cade, right? It's a multi-cade, but you could definitely do specific things to it that I guess people are going to purchase more than one, which kind of shocked me a little bit. because it's not a $2.99. It's not a small purchase. It is a fairly large purchase. But some people say I got to buy 3 of them. I have to have 3. I want a Donkey Kong. I want like a Popeye, and I want a multi-cade, with other things in there. Or I want the 219s that rotate. I want 126 that that doesn't. So it looks like people may be buying multiple ones, and that blew me away. I wasn't even thinking of like people buying multiple FUs with it, and people saying, I'm stocking up on the smaller Build-A-Cades, the 1.6 Build-A-Case, because you have your big one and you have your small ones like next to it, and that's something I love the small Build-A-Cade. You just have so many in the space. I really do think I have the largest 1.6 scale arcade collection. I have like over 50 machines right now between Build-A-Cade, close to 60, between my Build-A-Cades and New Wave Toys Replicades. I don't think anyone's got a big one on the planet right now. And if they do, I'll build more Build-A-Cades and I'll make more anyway. So I'm always going to win with that one. So I'm a winner. I'm a winner. You know what? We'll look into that. Maybe we can do something along those lines. At least I know my artwork's not going to rub off on the machine. Arcade done up. We'll have to wait and see on that. John is salivating. I tell you, I am as well. I still haven't received my prototype. I want to do my initial video on to show you guys, and have, Glenn Baisley and Bill's Retro Gaming Show, a few people come over and see it for themselves. That's what really is going to sell this. This whole project, this whole Kickstarter thing, kind of like the original Star Wars. When the original Star Wars came out, it was word of mouth. Word of mouth made episode 4. I'll change that. Star Wars. It came out in 77 as Star Wars. Star Wars was word of mouth. I saw it and I told my friends, you got to see this movie. We got to go. I'm going to see it again. That's what took Star Wars to superstardom. And with the FU and this Kickstarter, I am relying on the community. I'm relying on fellow YouTubers. I'm relying on media to let people know about this. Now, this is not our first Kickstarter. This is actually our second Kickstarter. Our original Kickstarter we did was for the GRS Star Wars Flight Yoke. And we wanted to look for 20,000 on that one. We got over 52,000 on that one. And we're still selling to this day. And we were able to get the price down. It was, when we first were doing the Kickstarter, I think it was $199. And then we had different tiers. You had pretty much every product we had, if you did the top tier. A lot of people did that and got everything we ever made with it. But now we got it down to like $199, and sometimes do sales, getting it down to like $130. That's insane. The Allen 1 is not even new tech. It's just metal gears and potentiometers, and it's still more than 2 or 3 times the price. And that's just for the yoke. If you want USB, it's like another $100. Mine gives you arcade done up compatibility. It gives you USB compatibility, and it gives you the original arcade machine compatibility out of the box. Boom. Plus extra buttons on the back. And it's Hall effect technology. It doesn't wear out. And that's what we do here. Now, we go crazy because we know these other companies could sell you stuff a little bit cheaper, especially when they come with these arcade done-up machines. They're marking up 3, 4, 5, 600%, and you guys are being taken for a ride. You're looking at Crazy Eddie here, and I want you guys to get. You guys work so hard for your money, whether it's you or your wives want to buy it for gifts, or you want to buy it for your kids. You guys work very hard for your money. You should get that and more. Kind of like back when McDonald's actually was, it was like $1 for 2 cheeseburgers. Now it's like $3 for a cheeseburger that's half its size. It's insane. A milkshake was like $5. It's like, you guys are nuts. That's not how I want to be. Am I getting rich? Nope. Am I barely surviving? Yep. But there's always a possibility that it goes viral and we sell a lot of these, in which case we make it up in volume. I'd rather make this much and sell that many to more people to enjoy than make that much and have this many people enjoy it. That's no fun. People should need to have this. This way you can play online. You can play each other online using the Arcade OS and emulation station. Nothing's better than playing Streets of Rage at your house and then someone in like Tasmania or in Europe or in Canada, right? And we are still working with making sure shipping happens for Canada as well. And as meatball sauce here, 8 buttons at games has 8 buttons. Why not go with 8 buttons? I'll tell you exactly why. Because we have multiple decks. So if someone wants a joystick with 8 buttons or 12 buttons or 16 buttons, we won't make that deck, but there'll be people making decks. So you'll be able to buy a deck that has 40 buttons, whatever you guys want. That's the whole point. We have set ones we're going to make. We're kind of like the main manufacturer, right? We're going to make this, this, and this. But then all the people on the outside, all the modders, I want them to make money too. They will make decks with 8 buttons or 20 buttons or whatever, special decks. The Build-A-Cade FU is for us to sure sell and make some money, but we want the community, people right now making these other side projects, they do great jobs. They should have the ability and chance to make things for the Build-A-Cade FU and make money too. This is not just about T-Sticks, not just about me. This is a community machine. So everyone in the community should be able to, if you have an idea, sell it to the community, make a little money. There's nothing wrong with it, especially in today's day and age where literally going to McDonald's, you know, I buy, just call it myself, it's like $50. A pizza, which used to be $15, $16, it's like $28 for a plain large pie. It's crazy. So I'm trying to make it so everyone has a chance to make a little money, make a little something for it. I love you, Glenn, but 8 buttons standard decks is what's needed. And again, I'm sure someone will be able to make that. We will not be making that, though, but I'm sure someone absolutely will make that. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. It just won't be included in the stock deck, especially on the Ultimate Control panel. There's absolutely no room. We have 2 joysticks with our gate restrictors. We have the 2 spinners. We have our trackball with volcano buttons and 6 buttons. There's literally no room left to put 8 buttons on each one of those sticks. There's just no way it's going to happen. But I love you too. You know what? I'm going to be like George Washington, where I don't want to be king. I want of us all. That's what people forget. We're the community. They're selling to us. We have to let them know that we're not going to just take garbage you send us or make and just think we're going to take it. We need to make a stand and show that we want better. We deserve better. We've been keeping these games, these IPs, these companies alive since 1970, pretty much. That's the gaming arcade started in like 1970, right? 72 for the home consoles with the Magnavox Odyssey. We'll be keeping them alive. Doesn't mean you got to treat us poorly. $60, $70, $80 for a game as well? Come on. Come on. They're nuts. Whoop. You know what? We've been concentrating on the FU. Once we get this FU going, some other things will start coming out, including the yoke add-ons, which I know you guys are going to love that too. It makes the yoke a lot more fun, especially playing Star Wars games or Spy Hunter. Very good thing to add on there. And that's the thing, you know, it would be nice to have, you know, a pre-skinned Ikari Warriors cabinet. I'm not saying that's happening. I'm not saying it's not happening. But it would be kind of nice. We do have, you know, the Ikari stick, and we have a license with SNK, so it would be kind of nice if we could strike a deal to have a skinned machine. That would be kind of nice as one of the stretch goals, perhaps. John, you know, I don't know yet. I know with Kickstarter, I don't know if they do that, but it's something we're looking at. I know some people want to kind of do that, make payments. I don't have an answer for you just yet. I'm old school. I don't need 8 buttons. And to me, even 6 buttons are a lot. I like games with like 2 buttons max. Then I start getting confused. So it's too many buttons. So I hate playing Xbox games with Xbox controller. There's just too many buttons. I want a joystick or a paddle. 1 or 2 buttons. I'm good. Punch, kick, shoot, grenade. That's all I need. Hold it for a special type of thing. I'm just not good with too many buttons. I'm just programmed that way, I guess. We got a question here from Video Game Vegas. Can we change the Kathleen Kennedy fire to her dancing on a pole? God, gonna make me barf. You're gonna make me barf, man. That's not cool. I forgot to ask Glenn. Will the Kickstarter happen regardless? I plan on selling. Oh, the Kickstarter is definitely happening. Yeah, this is the Kickstarter is how we're going to launch it. I don't want to say what our goal is yet on it because we're still finalizing some things, and I don't want to give too much away. But yeah, this is how it's going to start. This is how we're going to do it. Now, once the Kickstarter is done, I don't know if we'll be selling FUs after that. It really is going to depend how well the Kickstarter goes. If the Kickstarter like blows up, we'll manufacture cabinets and maybe get sold to other people. But for right now, the only way you're going to get an FU guaranteed is through the Kickstarter. So if there's something you guys want, you're going to have to back the Kickstarter. Now, if the Kickstarter doesn't make its goal, your money will be refunded. We will not take the money. And I tried. That's all I can do. Now, if we hit our main goal, we'll make the units. If it blows up, there'll be a possibility that the FU will become a line past the Kickstarter, like my other products. Like the yoke, you can still buy the Star Wars yoke and Ikari Warrior Sticks and these other things off the site. But it's really going to depend on how well this does. It'll be a 60-day window. And that's why, again, once it launches, before it launches, people got to know about it and share the love on Twitter, X, Facebook, Reddit, anywhere. Put posters up at work, get an FU. Funny thing is, at the hospital where I work, I didn't even realize this. The CTO, the CTO, I'm not sure if he's watching this show, but he has watched them, and he has some of my stuff, and he actually plays Heavy Metal Titans. He hasn't gotten to me yet. He hasn't gotten to the boss, but I was surprised. Like, yeah, I got Heavy Metal Titans. I haven't finished the game yet. I haven't gotten to you. I'm like, get out of town. You got that game? He's like, yeah. This is a CTO of a $2 billion hospital system playing my games, and he's told me he's going to back. He wants an FU. He wants the 19-inch rotating Glen Nintendo. And I was blown away that he wanted it. But that's what he said. Yeah, I guess Jay said that could do 3 buttons. Punch, kick, and jump. I guess that could work. Do or do not. There is no try. You know that Yoda and Grover are the same person, right? Sesame Street Grover. That's every time Yoda talks, all I see is Grover. Yoda hates Kickstarter. I actually am the manager for the technicians. So I run the technicians that fix everything, the computers and everything at the hospital. So I have a staff underneath me, and it's been a hell of a week. We had a lot of challenges this week with our internet providers. We had a lot of challenges with our database company. It was a very difficult week this week, and a lot of projects going on. They have to keep on top of, stuff coming in. Got to have doctors. Why is this stuff done yet? Well, you got to get electricians. You got to have facilities mounted. You got to talk to. It's not just you go in and do it. Doctors don't get that. So it's been a very, very challenging week. So I know it's 9:03. It's running late, so I appreciate you guys as always listening to my rants on Kathleen Kennedy. Some of it's in fun, but most of it is not. But I am definitely speaking the truth where I don't like Kathleen Kennedy. Star Wars is dead to me. Star Trek is dead to me. All those shows are pretty much dead to me as they are. She lied. She is a liar. Right?
Liar!
She is. She's not retiring. She's maybe next year, but she is a absolute liar. I expect nothing less from Kathleen Kennedy. Let's get it all to her as we can while we're here.
Last time.
Why is this still going? Why are you still here, guys? Get out of here. Stormtrooper still shooting. Get out of here. So listen, I want to thank all you guys. I really needed this tonight. It was a hard day today. It was a hard day yesterday. It just wasn't a good week. But I always have you guys to look forward to on the weekends. I do hope that you guys are interested in the FU and do back the Kickstarter. I think you guys will really, really love it. We have other things coming down the pipeline. But, I always want to leave, and this is one thing that never changed about myself, is I'll always care. Even the people who shit on me, I'm going to throw care back. because no one knows what other people are going through in their lives. And I'm not perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes with people, and sometimes you realize it and it's too late. It is what it is. That's called life. But remember, try and call them, let them know that you care, let them know that you love them, let them know that they matter. Sometimes that helps, whether it be them or you. But in between those times, go tell Kathleen Kennedy, go scratch, get out of here, we're done with you. And, well, then you guys can game on. And I appreciate you guys, and have a great weekend.
On cartridges, hit and reset. 8-bit dreams, can't lose that bet. Floppy disks and arcade lights. Pac-Man, Frogger, we're playing all night. Simpsons in the background, neon in the air. 80s vibes, man, we didn't care. VHS tapes, staying up too late. Saturday cartoons, can't wait to escape. Dial-ups humming, we're hacking the code. Back when everything was in upload mode. Atari, Commodore, pixels on screen. Living in the future was more than a dream. It's time to kick it old school. Turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool. We're taking it back, that's how we roll and roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades, TV shows that ruled. You know we're kicking it old school. MTV playing our favorite jams. Moonwalking with MJ, Neon Slam. Ghostbusters, here we're ready to go. Chasing slasher scenes, fears in tow. Back to the future, hop in the DeLorean. Knight Rider cruising, man, there's no ignoring them. Battlestar Galactica, what a ride. Looney Tunes, antics, pure joy inside. Blockbusters ruled, we lined up for days. Video games booted up in the pixelated maze. Movie marathons and popcorn nights. We ruled the screen, living in the lights. It's time to kick it old school. Turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool. We're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled. You know we're kicking it old school. Grab your joystick, the game's about to start. A high score world, now that's an art. We're cruising on hoverboards, living our dream. Old school forever, we're igniting the scene. It's time to kick it old school. Turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool. We're taking it back.